What did I say? I said we'd be back, and now we're back. And it's time once again for the Wrestling Podcast. Thank you so much for listening. I'm your host, CW. Make sure to hit that bell on YouTube and subscribe to the podcast on your favorite podcasting app. Today, we are giving flowers to the one we call Bayley. Can we give Bayley a round of applause? That woman is dominating. She has such an incredible story of a young person who loved professional wrestling, said, I'm going to do it at, whatever cost. I'm getting to WWE. She worked her ass off. She got to the mountaintop. She went to NXT, put on bangers, had some trials and tribulations, didn't get called up when she thought she would, didn't get the recognition she thought she'd get, continued to put out heater after heater with all the, the four horsewomen or whatever you want to call them, put in work, won championships, ran SmackDown, hit roadblocks with the fans where they weren't into the hugging thing, and she still persevered, turned heel, won the championship, carried the women's division during the pandemic, held both titles, put on great TV, put on incredible matches, got hurt, went on the shelf for a year and a half or something, came back, put over Dakota Kai and Io Sky with Damage Control, held that whole group together for two and a half years. And now she's going to main event Wrestlemania. Well, not main event. I don't think she's main eventing. She's going to Wrestlemania to take on Io Sky for the WWE Women's Championship. She's most obviously going to win, get her WrestleMania moment, stand triumphant among the women's division. Let's give it up for Bayley. She needs the flowers, guys. I saw a clip she put out from the WWE Bump, that web show, and she said, can she get a band? I was going to say the wrong name, so I'm not even going to say it. I can't remember what it was, but she wanted a band to do her intro at WrestleMania. And I commented, because why not? And I said, give that woman anything she wants. We have Bayley. You guys want Cody? We already have Bayley. Let's give it up for Bayley. She's just incredible. She's an incredible talent. She's an incredible veteran backstage. I would assume she's put over so many women wrestlers. She's incredible on the mic. She is a joy to watch. You watch her on something like Up, Up, Down, Down, and she's just a fun person, it seems, to be around. I mean, I don't know her, but she just looks like she has a lot of fun. The wrestlers back there seem to love her. I mean, what more do you want? She truly is the role model. She had a gimmick with the hugger where she was, uplifting people. Not only did she uplift people, she had a fan. The dynamic between Bayley and the fans is crazy. She used to be a fan, got into wrestling, hit the top of her game, got herself like a little mini fan. I forgot the name of the girl. I apologize. But I saw that she's a wrestler now too. And she has kind of a pseudo hugger gimmick where she has very bright clothing. She's definitely emulating her inspiration, who is Bayley. It's incredible to watch your influence on someone where, they're like, you're amazing, I want to become like you. That's what Bayley did, guys. I don't know. I find Bayley to be one of the better examples of greatness in wrestling. That's a hefty claim, but I think she backs it up. Why? Because from what I've gathered, she's won every major women's accolade in WWE. She just won the Royal Rumble, has the record for longest time in the Rumble, and a win. She's won NXT Gold. She's won Tag Team Gold. She's held both Raw and SmackDown titles at the same time. She's what other stuff has she done? I'm sure you put them in the comments. I know I'm forgetting a bunch of stuff, but she's done it all, guys. She's done it all. If they were to introduce a new women's championship right now, like an intercontinental style championship, she would win that too, and she would carry it and she would make it work. I'm extremely impressed with Bayley's career, her charisma, her in-ring work, just everything is top notch. You can't deny that she deserves this WrestleMania moment. And I've said it countless times on this podcast. Io Sky is doing the Lord's work, holding that title for Bayley until WrestleMania. Can we just admit that, right? She won the title. It was a grand gesture. She did it in fantastic fashion. She cashed in the Money in the Bank. She got the title, but she hasn't really been a champion. You know, Bayley's been the mouthpiece of Damage Control. Bayley's been the center of this storyline, and Io Sky has always been just like left of center, right? She's always just kind of off to the side, and it culminated in SmackDown where Bayley cut that incredible promo. She turned face, which is incredible. She's back to being a face, but she's not like an overly enthusiastic hugger gimmick. I'm thinking she's a more sympathetic character now. We've seen her be a heel and kind of be very conniving and self-centered, and then to see her friends turn on her and kind of watch that progression of her watching Damage Control solidify without her, and then having them put the nail in the coffin, like, oh, Bayley goes down today, and she sees in the pain on her face, and everyone's like, no. And for them to jump her and then her to be completely ready, she had that pipe and she just starts whooping tail, and then to call her shot at WrestleMania, Io Sky. I mean, come on, there's no better storyline. I mean, granted, the Damage Control storyline has gone on for quite a bit. It's 2 years in the making now. That's some long form storytelling. Who knew that that's where they were leading? But the moment Io won that title, we were all like, oh, Bayley's going to take that from her. It didn't make sense for Bayley to go up against Rhea Ripley. They have no story. They have no beef. There's nothing there. But her and Io, that makes a lot more sense. And they're going to put on a banger match because Io Sky is, again, an incredible worker. She does things that are... Io Sky, she does backflips off the top rope without looking where she's going. She just trusts that someone's going to be there. And to their credit, they always are. But she just does blind backflips on the people. That's crazy. Her and Bayley are going to put on a banger of a match, but Bayley's going over and we're all going to freak the hell out. Champ Bayley on SmackDown makes sense because Bayley holds together that division when it's necessary. And that's no small feat because that is a strong division. They made Bayley do the job for Bianca Belair for like 6 months, 8 months. She was just taking L's. She took an L in Saudi Arabia. She took an L, and what was it? Was it SummerSlam? I think it was SummerSlam. She took L's for Bianca, and to the point where people were like, yo, why does she keep getting shots? She's just taking L's. But she was putting on matches and putting Bianca over as the strongest champ, and she just kept doing it, and now it is her time. I love Bianca Belair. Bianca Belair is my daughter's favorite wrestler. But I tell my daughter every time, she's like, Bianca's great, but Bayley's better. Bayley is an incredible role. I can't wait to see how this role model gimmick forms, right? Now that she's going face, what does that become? She can't go full like, I'm going back to the hugger. She can't be, super like for the fans, but she has to continue that sympathetic route. But she could say something like, now it's time for me to really be a role model and show you that it's, my drive and my determination, and I'm going to show you that I can beat these people. They thought I was nothing, but I'm going to be something, and you all can be something too. I don't know what it can be. I'm not a WWE writer. I can't write these things. I mean, I could, but I'm sure they'll write something better than anything I'll come up with. But Bayley's gimmick, I can't wait to see her face role model solidify, and I hope she gets her incredible live performance entrance at WrestleMania. Give that woman everything she wants because she deserves it, because she's put the women's division on her back multiple times, and then one day we'll get Rhea Ripley versus Bayley, and she'll go over then too because she's the best. Thank you so much for listening. Let me know in the comments what you think about Bayley. I appreciate you, and don't you ever forget.
I'm your friend, but if I ever see you in the ring, I can beat you. Don't you know? Yeah, yeah, yeah.